Listen, my technique, my
Oh, we already
experience.
stopping now? We definitely understand that. All right, perfect.
You said you wanted to respond to something I had mentioned.
Yes, I
Okay,
did. I did see one of your segments
right,
this morning.
And one of them, and the actual remark that I made was about a power player
Right.
and a semi or weak player.
Okay.
And that power player taking 80% of the court, while that a weak player is only taking 20%. In other words, you know, some people feel like, you know, oh, I'm playing these two guys. Hey, you want to play? Come on, just to make the game even.
Right.
So this is what I believe in. I believe that you should start off with 50-50, because if you have two-way players and you're playing two-way players in the back, you can't do the 80-20. You can't. These 8 players are going to whack you. So what you have to do is confide in your partner. Right. Confide in your partner to take over with his left and to play his side. But a lot of people, they're singles players and they take all over the court. So what happens, the mentality comes in and they think they're playing singles and they come over and they take the majority of the court, which is okay. You know, but I believe that you have to be on the same page with your partner. You know, if you don't want him to reach, you'll play D. He'll play defense for you. He'll block the other guy out and give you enough space to get the swing. You know, but if you're not on the same page, you guys are gonna come meet somewhere. These guys are gonna advance. You're gonna be out of position, and then you're gonna play more of a defensive game, where opposed to you're already thinking of the offense. That's all I was saying. How do you respond to that? Do you believe 80-20 should interact? When and
80-20 should only happen unless the guy wants it to be that way, the teammate wanted to be that way, unless he only can give 20%.
From the beginning of the game?
From the beginning of the game, but that's when you let your power side player know what you can bring to the table. But this is how this goes. If you know you're going to get into a game where it's going to be 80-20, right? You got to already know what your opponent is going to bring to the table before the game starts. So you can't expect him to give you 50 if you know he only can give you 20. You understand what I'm saying? If he can only give you 20%, that's all he can give you. You got to work with it what he can give you. Now, the 80-20 thing, I don't think it's something that should happen, because it's doubles. All 4 hands should be used. Everybody should be involved. Right. Nobody should be hiding in the corner. So usually when I play with people, what I tell them is to come out of the corner, right? I'll tell them to come out the corner, so this way they don't feel left out. You know, because most players, they feel left out.
Yeah, like I don't hit the ball.
I'm cold, I can't play.
Let me play.
They stay stuck here. So I tell most players to just stand more here to the middle, next to me, so that they can't serve it to your left. So now if they serve it down the middle, you're able to return it with your right hand. You're able to return it with your right hand and do a better return as if you was just playing with your left. Because I try to tell all my partners to try to play with 3 hands. Because most people, what they do on the weak side, they play with 3 hands. They don't use their right hand enough. They get stuck with doing this. And then now when it's time to hit the right, it's cold. So my answer to that would be to move over to the middle, next to me. I'm on the power side, you move closer to me, and we both could be able to use our right. Now they can't serve to your left at all. At all. Now you're protecting your left. Now that's when you put away. But I would personally say that 80-20, people that do that should only do that at a certain point of the game. If they have to take over emergency times, the game. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time you should go over there and do something like that. You know what I'm saying? If the opponent's not
even up 5 shots,
you try to
5 points.
Right, you try to cover what's being missed, what's left out. You know what I'm saying? You want to cover those areas, because sometimes these people lack in these areas. This is the reason why the guy on the power side comes over and reaches over. Me personally, I personally like to play doubles so my opponent can hold his own, so that I don't have to play 80-20. If I'm playing with a lefty, I personally like to give the lefty 60. I take 40. I'd rather let him lead off, and then I work off with what he has. And then I can flame on after that. Okay, he's doing his thing. Okay, now I can work with him. I'd rather let him lead off. Even though if I'm the better player, I'd rather still let him lead off. Most of the time when I play, I go on the weak side. I don't usually do the power side, just so I can make my partners comfortable. And sometimes these guys don't play the weak side. And I already know that they're gonna do the same 80-20 that I'm gonna do, reaching over. And so what do? I tell them, cover your side, I'll cover my side. I can cover this. Or I stick my left when it's needed. The 80-20 thing, no, it should be a team effort. It's a team effort. I don't think that should be done. I think everybody should play fair, you know, fair amount of play and involved in the game.
Yeah.
It's as much as the guy in the power side. Because the guy on the weak side is very important too.
Yeah.
He's the one that's throwing the assist, as if we're talking of his basketball, right? If he's throwing the setups, you're going to be the one to making the shots. So for his setups, so the guy on the weak side is way more important to me, in my books, than the guy on the power. Everybody has a different outlook on it, but that's just my outlook. I think that the guy over there is way more important. Way more important. Because now when you go over there, you're taking the guy from the power side strongest shot away. If you've been able to take that away, you win the game. You can win most of these games.
I agree.
Any game you get into, as soon as you take that guy's right corner shot away, you win the game. So that's what I feel about it. So I think that it should be played fair. I think that everybody should play even amount in the game. You do your half, I do my half. If I have to carry you or do something like that, then we need to go back to the drawing boards and work together as a team.
Call a timeout.
We don't have to carry
20
each other.
second timeout.
One timeout, redraw, regroup, you know? You know, whatever gets you going, you know?
Cheers.